Hi again guys, I'm back with another tutorial. This is another puzzle that's been requested by a viewer. This is the fun little puzzle from Lanlan. It's a cane ball. It's essentially a 4x4 shape mod. It's not too difficult, but there's a few new concepts to learn because you can't really go about solving it like you would a regular 4x4. Well, you can, but it'd be very difficult to kind of sort out which colours needed to go where. I should have showed you before I scrambled it, but basically you've got multiple solved states. Because each colour is only around one corner, you don't get to see how the centres necessarily go in relation to each other and therefore the rest of the pieces, because each block of 4 centres has got 4 different colours. No colour is repeated in any block of 4 in its solved state, so it's very difficult to visualise how exactly the centres match up and then how the edges pair up together. So really you need to find a different strategy for solving this one than you would a regular 4x4, and that's what I'm going to show you. If you've ever solved either the bandaged AI cube from either Cube Twist or Wit Eden, or any of the Wit Eden camouflage cubes, you're already going to have a good idea how to solve this the way I do it. So if that's enough of a clue, then please go away and give it a try with that knowledge and see if it helps you at all. If not, then I will obviously show you how to go about it. So the way we do this, that should be scrambled enough now, is we build up a corner at a time. Now this is a triangle surrounded by 3 edges and 3 centre pieces. They form one block of colour. Now there's a couple of things you need to know before we start. A couple of little algorithms. You don't necessarily have to do them the way I do if you know the way to do it, because they're going to be done in kind of 2x2 turns, so you're always going to be splitting in the middle of the puzzle when we do this. So if I say R prime, when I say R prime, I mean the right 2 layers. I don't just mean do this layer when I'm doing the algorithm. Now this algorithm basically swaps this corner and which is in the entire section, and this corner on the top left, so top right and top left front corners. It's R prime D R L. So let me start that again. It's R prime D prime R L D L prime R prime D prime R, and that essentially swaps these 2 corners without disturbing anything else on the top. It moves stuff around on the bottom as well. We don't need to worry about that. All we need to do is be able to swap 2 corners on the top half of the puzzle. We're also going to need to be able to rotate a single corner section in the top half of the puzzle, which also, and this also affects bottom stuff on the bottom layer as well, but again we don't need to worry about that because we're always going to be solving in the top half of the puzzle. We need to be able to rotate an entire block around, because the way we're going to build up the blocks is put pieces in the top layer and then slide their corresponding pieces underneath them on the second layer down, so that we can then just turn the top layer above them, like I have just done with that edge, that purple edge and the purple centre. That's the way we're going to match all the pieces up in this puzzle. But there's going to be times where you need to rotate a block around to make these possible, and you're going to do this quite a lot, so this is one you need to get used to. Now there's 2 ways of doing this. You can either, all I'm going to say when I'm saying this is up, up, down, down, which is basically up, up, down, down. Now you may start on the right side, you may start on the left side if you've got the corner we're rotating right in front of you, sort of thing. So it's actually right and front sort of thing, but I hold the cube like this when I'm doing it, so it's right and left. If you do the right, let's focus on this corner I've got at the front here for the moment. At the moment I've got this orange vertical piece, I've got a red vertical piece and a yellow horizontal piece. Now try and remember those, where they are in relation to each other at the moment. Now if I start on the right face, my first turn makes the yellow piece vertical, the red piece vertical. So remember that, yellow vertical and red vertical, whereas the starting position it has yellow horizontal. So if I start on the right face, so up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. So you're alternating the sides and alternating the up, up, down, down things. Now you can see now that that yellow is vertical and the red piece is vertical, as I said it would be after the first turn. And that's how you know which way round the puzzle is going to turn. Now this applies to the centres as well, but I'm just trying to make it easy to see what's going on. Now if I was from this position to do a turn on the left side first as an up, you can see that the yellow piece becomes horizontal. So at the end of the sequence, that's what will the position that section will be in. So up, starting on the left face, so up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. As you can see, the yellow section of that yellow piece of that section is now horizontal, and the red and orange pieces are vertical. Okay, so that's all you basically need to know as regards algorithms for this puzzle. So basically now we start going about building the blocks up. So I'm going to start with purple simply because, actually no I'm not, I'm going to break that up a bit because that makes it a bit too easy otherwise. I don't want to start on a colour that's kind of half solved. Let me just scramble that a bit more. So the way we go about this, the first piece I always do is to match up the triangle. I'm going to start with purple just because that's the one I said, but now I've broken it up. I match up the triangle with one of the edges. So I can see straight away if I put that triangle in the top layer, all I've got to do is then rotate the up layer above an edge piece, and those two are matched up. Now what I want to do now is get both of those pieces into my up layer, and when I say up layer right now I mean the very top layer, not the top half. What I want them to do is in a situation where they're in the top layer, so that turning just the U layer doesn't split these pieces up from each other. So the way we go about that is just rotate this block now. If I make that purple piece vertical, like I've just been showing you just before in the algorithms, it will be either there or there, and which means, and the triangle can only ever be in the top layer, which means that then both pieces are in the top layer and can't be broken up. So either way here, in this situation, doesn't matter if I start with right or left, will work. So I'll start with right just for, I don't know, just randomly, no reason whatsoever. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and you can see that both those pieces, the purple triangle and the purple edge, are now in the top layer and can't be split up just by rotating the up layer. I then need the two pieces that go below there to make a section of 4. So it'll be one of the square centres plus another edge piece that I need to pair up first. So let's see, I've got a centre piece here and an edge there that I need to pair up. So the centre piece needs to come down to this layer, the second layer down from the top where this blue and yellow centre pieces are, to be able to rotate underneath that purple edge piece. So all I need to do is see where it would end up on its first turn. If I go like that, I can see it will be at the right hand side of the top layer of the centre pieces, which is no good because then it would be here rather than below the edge piece. So I want it the other way. So if we go with the right turn first, do up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, you can see that purple is at the left hand side of these centre pieces, and then doing a U-turn, or U prime in fact, rotates the purple edge over the top of the purple centre. They are now paired up and ready to be put into our block that we're solving. Now that pair needs to be horizontal to slide underneath there, and I can see that to make it horizontal I need to do a right turn first on my first up, because that makes the first move that makes those horizontal, whereas if I did the left turn the edge piece is still vertical and that's no good to me. So starting with the right, we do the up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. That pair is now horizontal. Rotate the U face and you can see that all 4 of those pieces now match up. Now until you get used to which way around this needs to go, you will probably find, I mean it may well be the case that I've managed to do this during the solve as well, that you match up the wrong centre, you end up with this centre here, and that doesn't work. So if you reach that situation, just repeat the process and match up the other centre with that edge piece, and you'll know that you've then got the right one, and then you can put them together like this. So the next thing we need to do is get all 4 of these solved pieces that we have now into the up layer again, so that they can't be split up by just a U-turn. So once again, all we need to do is rotate it, and I can see that the R-turn will do it the right way. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down, and you can see that all 4 of those pieces are now in my up layer. So the next thing we need to do is to get the remaining 3 pieces from that whole block, which is a centre, an edge and a centre, and get those paired up. Now at the moment the final remaining edge piece is in my lower half of the puzzle, so just do an R turn of the right half to bring that to the up face, and you need the purple piece vertical like before to match it up with this centre piece, so that's absolutely fine. If it was horizontal, we'd just rotate that block around to make that edge vertical. Well, I've got a purple centre here and one here, so they're both at the bottom at the moment. Now at the moment, while very little is solved, this is very easy. All I've got to do here is just rotate the right half of the puzzle, and that puts that into the kind of upper half of the puzzle. But I can see straight away that it won't match up with that purple edge. It's on the wrong side of the centres. So making sure nothing solved is in the way, if I just rotate that R face, that puts that centre in a position that will match up with that edge. Do a U-turn to match it up. We then need to rotate the block again to get this centre that's incorrect onto this second layer from the top again, so we can put the final centre in place. So just rotate this block. I'm going to do an L turn first this time, because you see that the first move of the L turn makes that vertical with this centre that needs solving in the correct position. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. That is now ready to receive that centrepiece there. The centre is here, so let's just move it around here out of the way where nothing is solved, and move that to the top layer. It needs to be on the right hand edge of the section of centerpieces, so let's just make sure that is the case, and then a U-turn matches that up with its edge, and all 3 are now matched up. So all I need to do now is rotate that block of 3 pieces so they're horizontal, and can then slide beneath my 4 pieces that I've already got solved of the purple section here. So once again, this will require an L turn to get it horizontal as the first move. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Rotate the U face, you can see that entire block is now built. So basically all we're going to do is just repeat this process for the entire puzzle. If that's giving you a good idea how to solve the puzzle, then please feel free to go away and give it another go yourself. I always encourage people in my tutorials to try and solve things without watching the entire thing, because it's more challenging and more fun and more satisfying that way. But obviously do come back if you're still struggling after that. Okay, so now that section is solved, all I do is move that into the bottom layer out of the way and pick another colour to start for. So just at random, I'm just going to pick yellow here because it's at the front. So everything that's in the bottom layer is going to remain undisturbed. The bottom half of the puzzle is going to remain undisturbed, because all we're turning really is these 2 layers. So first of all, let's find an edge to match this yellow triangle with. So I've got one right here, but it needs to be made horizontal, and I'm going to start moving a bit quicker now, so because you should be getting the idea of how we're going to rotate things. So I'm going to make this yellow edge horizontal, which means a left turn first. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Rotate the triangle into position, and then put these 2 into the top layer, once again with a left turn first. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. So then we need an edge with a centre. Now I can see straight away that this centre will be the correct one, because it's already linked up with that edge. So if I can match that up with another edge, then we'll be good to go. So I've got an edge around here, but it's actually the wrong way around, because at the moment it doesn't rotate into the correct position. But if I rotate this edge to be vertical on this side, then it will be in the correct position. So if I do it, that requires a right turn first, because then the edge remains vertical. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. So the edge is now there. rotate it around to match up with that centre we were talking about. And you may have noticed there that my purple section came into the top layer during the algorithm, but it hasn't broken up that section at all, so that's stayed preserved in its solved state. So this edge and centre need to be horizontal to go underneath the corner and the edge that I've already solved. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and a U-turn. Solves my corner and edge, but the centre is now in the wrong place. So what I need to do is just remove those again and put a centre on the other end of this edge. So make that edge vertical here. I said this might happen earlier. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. This needs a centrepiece here. Now I've got one here, but obviously it's on the wrong side. So all I've got to do is just rotate this block around, but keeping that centre in this layer, so it will be a right turn first, and then it will go under this edge as we need it. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and a U-turn matches that up. I can then rotate this to be horizontal again to go under the corner piece. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Rotate the corner piece above it, and now I've got a block of 4, and those 4 pieces need to go into the up layer. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. They're safe and sound in the up layer, and I can create my 3-piece block under here. So find my final yellow edge, which is around here. So just using like a 2x2 method, I just put that into the top layer. I've rotated this corner around in that process, so let's just rotate these back into the up layer. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. I need this edge to be vertical, so rotate that. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. So you're going to get a bit fed with hearing me say up, up, down, down by the end of this video, I think. So then we rotate the up layer around, and it'll go over one of these 2 centres, whichever one, doesn't matter. It had to match one of them. Rotate this so we've got the final space that we need, where this grey centre is, in this layer, ready to receive the other yellow centre. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. And rotating that around will match it up with the final centre. So then we need to make this block horizontal to fit down here again, and that'll be another section solved. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and a U-turn puts that in position. Put that down into the bottom half again next to the purple, so that they stay safe, and start on another colour. Now let's see what I've got. Now just by chance I've got the orange and corner and edge matched up before I start, so let's work on that. You always want to make things easier for yourself if you can, or at least more efficient, should I say, not easier. Put those 2 in the top layer, so up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Those 2 are in the top layer, so I need a edge and centre to go under there. I've got an edge and a centre here already paired up. Let's see if they will be the right way around. So up, up, down, down. I don't think they will actually. Up, up, down, down. Nope, they're the wrong way around. So I need the centre on the other end of this one. So let's put that gap where we need it. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. So now I can put the centre here. It's going to be this one around here. But it's on the wrong side at the moment. If I rotate that side around, you can see that the edge we're looking at doesn't match up with that centre at the moment. So we just need to rotate this block around to put the centre in the right position. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, which moves our orange centre around to here, and doing a U-turn matches it up. Make this block horizontal. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and we can then match it up and give it ourselves 4 solved pieces with the wrongly solved centre included. But put the 4 solved in the up layer once again, and then we can do the final 3 pieces. My orange edge is in the lower layer at the moment, so I just need to bring it to the upper half of the puzzle. It's horizontal, I need it vertical, so up, up, down, down, up, down, down, and that is put it in the right position to go above this extra centerpiece, and then making it vertical on the other side will make this the spot available for the final centerpiece. The final centerpiece is in the lower half here, so if I just rotate a block that's got no orange pieces in it and just swap those sections like you would on a 2x2, that brings it into the upper layer, and I think yep, that's in the right position as well. So rotating my block over brings all 3 of those pieces together. I can then make that their layer horizontal again, down, up, down, down, rotate my 4 pieces on the up layer into position, and that's that block solved. So just move that into the lower layer as well, that entire block, just like moving a corner on a 2x2. So I've got 3 solved in the bottom layer, and now I need to find another section to solve. Now, just in case you've not already realised, it makes no difference whatsoever what order I solve these in, which colours I do at which time. I'm going to work on the grey one next, simply because I've already got a corner and an edge matched up, so I just need an edge and a centre to go with them. I've got an edge vertical over here, so we'll use that. Let's pair it up with this centre. That will be the right way around, so just make that pair horizontal. Up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Now, speaking from experience, you'll probably need a little bit of trial and error to see which way around things need to go, but as you've already seen, I make mistakes with that still, even though I've solved it quite a few times, so don't worry about it if you pair up the wrong centre with edges. It's perfectly normal. So I've got 4 pieces in a block already, put those into the up layer, down, up, down, down, so they can't be broken up. I've got a grey edge here, which is the one I need, so swap that whole corner with another corner that's got no grey pieces in. The grey edge is vertical, which is what we need. Let's see, where are my grey centres? I've got one here, and that's the wrong way round at the moment, so let me just I'm lying, it's exactly the right way round. So pair those up and then rotate these 2 grey pieces around so that the green centre is now in this second layer from the top. So up, down, down, up, down, down. So that's ready for the final grey centre, which is over here. So that needs to be on the, let's see, right hand side here. So the first turn will be left. So up, down, down, up, down, down. You can see that grey centre is on the right hand side of the 2. Bring the UFO out around. That gives me that 3-piece strip once again. And as always, make it horizontal. Down, up, down, down. The 3-piece strip is horizontal. A U-turn matches everything up, and I can then put this whole section into the bottom layer as well. And we've got the bottom half of this puzzle solved. So we're moving along quite well. Find another piece, another colour to work on. I can see straight away I've got a white and a red, sorry, a white corner and a white edge matched up there. So let's just make them horizontal in the up layer. Up, down, down, up, down, down. You will find you'll get quite a lot of accidental pairs like this while solving this. It's because you've got 3 identical edge pieces in every block, so it is quite common to come across these. Both my white edges are horizontal, so let's just make one of them at random vertical. I'll choose this one. Up, down, down, up, down, down. I've got 2 white centres next to each other, so it absolutely has to match up with one of them. And it does, but whether it's the right one or not, it actually is, so that's quite good. Let's make this block, this pair, horizontal. Up, down, down, up, down, down, and I've done that the wrong way round. So let's try that again. I've done it on the wrong piece, so make this piece pair horizontal. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. I rotated the wrong corner then. Which also means that it wasn't the right pair, of course, so I need to put another centre at this end of the edge piece. So let's just make that spot where the blue centre is available to swap by making the white edge vertical. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Don't worry if you make silly mistakes like that. I do them all the time. It just adds to the fun of the solving process. So U-turn matches that edge with the correct centre, so make those two horizontal. Up, up, down, down, up, down, down, and rotate them in to make a 4-piece block, which again we put into the top layer. And you can see that all these algorithms aren't disturbing anything in the bottom layer still. Everything is still solved down there. So you can see that I need this final white piece to be rotated vertically, so do that this way, just at random, and that will actually match up now with the centre of these here, and rotate it around so that this green centre is available to swap. Up, up, down, down, up, down, down. I do hope I'm not going too fast for you now. I don't want to describe every detail, every point cut up size. It can seem a bit patronising, I think. So now I've got the final white centre here ready to be matched up. I've got the 3-piece block now, so rotate that to be horizontal. And I've got another piece, another section solved. Now things can get a little bit trickier from here on in, because while we're rotating our up face, we are going to be splitting our white solved section up, so we do need to be careful that we always resolve this section at every stage once we've disturbed it. I'll show you what I mean as we go along. I might have got a little bit lucky here. You can see I've got a green edge and corner already paired up, so we'll work on those two. I've also got a green edge and centre already paired up. I think they're the right ones as well, so let's just rotate that to horizontal. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Now rotating that green section across, it does indeed match up with those 4 pieces, and you can see that rotating that has broken up my white pieces. So what we need to do is do what we always do, is put the green section, the 4-piece green section, into the up layer. Up, up, down, down, up, down, down. I can then safely resolve my white section without disturbing these green pieces. And I can see that I can rotate, doing a U-turn will match up this green edge with this centre, so let's do that. We then need to make that pairing vertical the other way around, so that they could get the other centre at this end. So up, down, down, up, down, down. Remember, I've disturbed my white section now, so just replace that back, and in that process we haven't disturbed this. I've got a final green centre here. Obviously I can't rotate it in its current position because I will be disturbing this section of 4 green pieces here. So let's just do a U-turn to find an empty spot. That's no good because that will rotate my edge and centre here. So try this one. You can see it's now the only green piece on this block, so we're safe to rotate this corner. So it needs to come to the other side of the centre on the other side here. So doing an L turn first, we'll do that. So up, down, down, up, down, down. And let's just refix my white and see where we are. Okay, so the section is here, so just pairing it up gives me my 3-piece strip here. Need to make those horizontal, so up, down, down, up, down, down. And bringing everything back, you can see that I've now paired up everything in the green and everything in the white. Now let me just set up a situation that you might come across here, because I actually kind of dropped slightly lucky there, so let me just set things up a little differently and show you a situation you might come across and show you how to fix that. Alright then, so this is a situation you're likely to come across at this point. You've resolved your white section here after rotating this to be horizontal, but this isn't paired up with the green section. You can't just rotate the U face to pair it up with the green section, because then you disturb your white. So the way we fix this is quite simple. All we do is you turn everything. If I've got my green on the upper right and my white solved piece at the back, all I'm going to do is rotate them to the back. You can see that now the white section needs to do a U-turn to be solved. So when I do a U-turn, my green solved section is going to come to this piece. So I need the bottom part of the green section to also be on this piece, ready to receive it. So all I've got to do is swap these two corners over. Now that's where that other algorithm I showed you at the start comes in. So at R prime D prime R, L D L prime, R prime D prime R, you can see that that's swapped these entire two corners here at the front left and front right. The 3-piece green strip is now on the front right piece, whereas it was on the front left. So now doing this U prime does actually match up all my white pieces and all of my green pieces, and all that we're left with is red and blue to be matched up. Now normally at this point I would actually aim for solving the blue section, just simply because I've already got more solved. Now you always, because you've only got two colours left, you're always going to find a situation where you've got a few solved, but I'm going to work on the red one just out of sheer bloody mindedness, I suppose, because it's slightly more difficult. There's less of it solved to begin with. I just get to show you a few more situations. Now I can see that I've got an entire red strip here, so it doesn't matter which way round I do this, I'm going to get the right centre under the edge here. So just rotate that edge piece horizontal, so up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. I can then rotate my red section above it, and as always put this entire 4-piece block in the U layer, so up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Rotate everything back so that my white and green sections are still solved. And you can see we're very close to being solved now. What I need to do is rotate this red edge and red centre around to receive the red centre at this point. So I need to do it away from all the bits I've solved. Now obviously you can see that some of my blue is solved, but automatically by solving the red and not disturbing anything else, the blue is going to be solved, because that's going to be the only colour left. So all I do is rotate the U face so that my blue section is on the same corner as the edge that needs to go vertical. I can then rotate that edge to be vertical, so up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. And let's see what happens if I rotate everything back. You can see that my edge doesn't match up with the centre over here, so I'm going to have to find a different way of pairing those up. Now it's not really a different way. What I need to do is get this centre rotated around to this side, but I can't rotate this corner right now because that edge and centre that I've just made vertical will get rotated as well, so I still won't be able to match them up. So what I need to do is just put those back where they came from. So let's just make them horizontal again. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. If I then put them, let's see, how did I do this? Oh no. Sorry, I'm getting confused about how I got to this point. Bear with me a second. Up, down, up, up, down, down. So now what I did was rotate it in with the blue section, didn't I? And then make it horizontal. That's more like it. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and bring my U face back. So yeah, that's where we started from. We need to rotate this corner to get my centerpiece on this side. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. You can see that the red is now on the correct position, the red center. So now if I rotate this pair as I did before, they will automatically match up with that red center. So again, rotate my blue block across so I'm not disturbing anything I've solved. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and returning my U-turn so that the green and white are solved again. You can see that now I have got my three-piece block. And, oops, sorry about the camera there. As I said, automatically that has paired up all of my blue pieces as well. So all I've got to do now is get everything paired up where they belong, which is a little bit trickier than it might first seem. So let's just make this corner, this strip horizontal so it can go under the red piece again. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. So the way we fix this final situation where we've got the the two three-piece strips that are out of position, we need to do those corner swaps again like we did to pair up the white and green. But what I need to do is set up a situation where none of the whole sections are paired up with each other. You can see that now my green isn't sold, my white isn't sold, but my blue is, so that's no good. Just do a U-turn until you find a situation like this where none of the blocks are completely solved. Now in this situation I need to do a U-turn to match up my blue, which means doing that U-turn will bring the green, the top section of the green, to here where the red is, but I actually need it back here where the blue is when I do my U-turn. So obviously if I do U-turn, the green needs to come to there. So what I need to do is just swap over my green and my red section. So R prime, D prime, R, L, D, L prime, R prime, D prime, R, and you can see that that pairs those two up, and it's also pairs up my red and white automatically in the same process. Okay, I hope that was clear to you. If you've got any questions, obviously leave a comment. I will do my best to answer. It's helpful if you're struggling to describe a situation, if you can post a photo or even a video of the problem you're having, because then I can just look at those and see exactly what it is, rather than having to try and figure out exactly what you're describing, because it's not always easy to just describe in words the problem you're having with the puzzle. But yeah, as you can see, it is solved now. Quite tricky, but not too difficult once you kind of wrap your head about around the process you need. And doing any of these turns always leaves this puzzle in a solved state. But I kind of like this configuration with the red, white, blue and purple. I think that looks the best, so that's how I leave it on my shelves. Alright then guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope this was helpful to you, and I will see you next time. Bye.